I'm gonna record. All right, so I am super excited for this. This is the first, like, kind of what is coaching webinar that I have ever done. A lot of other coaches that I know do these once a month, so it is my goal and priority to start doing these for our team every single month. And tonight, basically, what we are going to do is just give you an overview of what coaching is and what we do exactly. I'm going to tell a little bit of my story, and then Christy is going to share a little bit about her journey with coaching. Um, and then the other, Christy, Dylan, if you want to pop in and share a little bit of your story, you can. But if you don't want to, that's okay too. And then I have some slides that I prepared for us that we can go through once we get through that. But I'm super excited about this. Like I said, I'm recording, so I'll be sharing it if you want to go back and watch it again, or if you have any friends or family members who you think may be interested in learning more about coaching, you can share it with them. I'll be sure that everybody gets the link for that. And then something else that I'm super excited about that we are doing that is also new this month is a free Be a Coach for a Week workshop. So that starts tomorrow and it is on Facebook. It is just a private Facebook group where we are going to walk you through a little bit more in detail of everything that we do as coaches. So our vital behaviors of things that we do every day, give you some workouts to try out, a meal plan to try, and just kind of basically let you try out coaching for a week to see how it goes and see how you like it, to see if it's something that you really want to jump into and start doing in your life. So to kick us off, I'm just going to tell you my story. So I have been a coach for almost 5 years. My coach anniversary is later this month, on July 27th, I think is my coach anniversary. But I just recently went full time into coaching last month, so I'm super excited about that. But when I became a coach, I had really struggled. Kind of all through college with figuring out how to be healthy and how to lose weight in the right way. Growing up, I was a cheerleader for like 10 years. And then when I got to high school, I didn't cheer anymore. And so I went from being super active like all summer long and then all through the school year I was active every single day, to when I got to high school I really wasn't active at all. And I played tennis, but tennis was only a spring sport, and so that was only a couple months out of the year. So when I got to college, I had just kind of been in this place where I wasn't happy with myself physically, but I didn't really know how to be healthy. Like, all I really knew was like depriving myself pretty much. And I was determined that I was going to lose the freshman 15 instead of gaining it. And I did. That's what I did, but I did it the totally wrong way. Um, I was going to the gym multiple times a day. I was going to the gym first thing in the morning before class and running a mile or 2 miles. And then I was going to class all day, and I was going back to the gym at night and spending at least an hour, sometimes 2 more hours at the gym at night taking classes. I would take like an hour long Zumba class or a weightlifting class, and then I would go get on the elliptical for like another hour, which is just insane. And nobody has time for that in their everyday life. Um, I was also doing the Special K diet. I don't know if any of you guys ever tried that, but basically what you do is you drink a protein shake in the morning. You have like 100-calorie snacks in the morning and the afternoon. You can have like one regular meal a day. And so like for lunch I was eating a salad, and then for dinner I was having like a protein bar. And so basically, I was starving myself and not fueling my body the right way at all. And I was overtraining in the gym. So obviously, that worked because you can do that for a short period of time and you're going to lose weight. You're going to get results pretty quickly, but they're not going to be results that you can actually sustain. So, every single year, what would happen is I would be in college, in class, like during the semester, and I would be doing this and I would lose the weight. And then as soon as summer got here and I was spending the summers with Tyler in North Carolina or at horse shows, and I would gain it all back because I wasn't working out anymore because I didn't really have access to a gym. I was eating horse show food and eating like other meals that I normally wasn't eating every single day while I was in school. And so it was just like this vicious cycle of yo-yo dieting, from gaining 15 pounds, losing 15 pounds, like over and over and over. And it just was exhausting. It was so exhausting. And when I graduated from undergrad. So I did my undergrad in 3 years. And when I got done, we had a graduation party that day, the day of graduation. And that night, when I looked at the pictures from that day, like I was just so disappointed in myself because I didn't even like really recognize myself. And I had just gotten into this place where I was so defeated and my mindset was so like such in a negative place that I just knew something had to change. Um, and back then, I loved wearing Miss Me jeans. I don't know if you guys know about those, but they're really expensive. They're like $100 a pair or more. And I literally had like 20 pairs of them, and I could not wear any of them. I couldn't wear any of them comfortably. They wouldn't button, or if they would button, they were too uncomfortable, and I just would never wear them. And I was to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm just getting rid of them. I'm just gonna like throw them in the trash. I'm gonna sell them. Like whatever I need to do. Like I had just lost all hope that I was ever going to fit into my clothes again. And that is a terrible feeling. And I know some of you have probably been there in your life before. And I shortly after that moment, I started following my coach on Facebook. So her name is Emily Zand. A lot of you guys who show horses probably know who she is. But I became friends with her. I met her at a horse show one night, and I started following her journey on Facebook. And she was sharing about these workouts that she was doing, and it seemed like she was having so much fun with them. She was talking about this community that she had online that was supporting her and giving her accountability every single day. And I was just looking at her and seeing that like she was working out for like a normal, modest amount of time every single day. She was doing it at home, and she was like still eating stuff that looked really good and stuff that she actually really liked. And I saw that she was creating this lifestyle that was getting her results, but also allowing her to still live her life. And I was like, if she can do that, then I can do that. And I had this moment of like, why are you getting so down on yourself when you could do that too? Like, there's nothing that makes her any more different than you. And so I actually started doing the coaching things before I was actually a coach. So what I saw was her sharing her journey publicly on her Facebook page. And I was like, you know what? Like, that is probably giving her accountability to actually show up. And I said, well, maybe if I do that, maybe if I start sharing my journey and share the goals that I'm working towards on my Facebook page, then maybe that will help me to actually show up. Like, I just knew if I had other people out in the world who were watching what I was doing and knowing that I said that I was going to lose 15 pounds or that I was working towards this goal. And then if I knew that they knew that I quit, I just wasn't okay with that. Like I knew that if other people were counting on me, that I would actually stick with it. And so I started going to a gym, doing workouts every day, really watching what I was eating, and I started posting about it. And so then Emily approached me and was like, "Hey, like you should really think about coaching because you're basically already doing what I do, but I'm getting paid for it and you're not." And so then that just like opened this opportunity to do what I do now. And I'll just be honest with you, I had tried home workouts before and they did not work for me. I had tried T25 like 4 or 5 times, and I would get to day 3 and I would quit, but it was because I was trying to do it by myself. I wasn't doing it with a community that was supporting me and helping me overcome the obstacles that I was facing every single day. The soreness, the not feeling motivated, the like eating a meal that you know is off of your meal plan and beating yourself up about it. And like I just didn't have that support and accountability. And so I was like, you know what? I will give it a try. I will trust you, even though this hasn't worked for me before. Like, I know I was just missing something. And so I tried it. I signed up and I started coaching right off the bat. I was super nervous about it because I had never done anything like this before. I didn't feel like I was qualified. I was like, who is going to even want to do this with me because I've never stuck with anything before. And but I just said yes, and I went all in, and I started learning as much as I could learn about coaching and how it works. And I started my own accountability group, and everything changed. I learned about personal development. I started reading every single day. I started listening to podcasts, and my entire mindset shifted. It shifted from wanting to do this to get healthy just for the physical reasons to wanting to get healthy and wanting to help other people because of how it completely transformed my entire life. My relationships, the way that I communicate with people, the way that I show up for myself every day, the types of goals that I set for myself, like how I was showing up in school, how I like was showing up in my full-time job after I got done with school, like everything changed. And it's all because of coaching and all because of the community and the friends that I have built, the relationships I have now because of coaching and because of these programs, because they are so sustainable and so like simple to follow, and it's not complicated. You don't have to deprive yourself. You don't have to overtrain in the gym. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know everything. You just have to be willing to show up every day and put in the work. And so 5 years later, I'm still here. I'm 20 pounds lighter than I was when I started. I have so much more muscle than when I started. I can actually like have a treat meal and enjoy it without like overindulging and overdoing it and overeating, because that's something that I really struggled with. I was like an all or nothing person before coaching, and now like it has taken a long time to get here because it just takes time and practice and like trying things over and over. But I have finally got to a place where I can be on my healthy like meal plan and eating good foods that are nourishing my body like 80 to 90% of the time, and then treat myself and enjoy things like pizza and ice cream and things like that without overdoing it and without beating myself up at all. So that is a little bit of my story. So like I said, I started coaching right off the bat, and I started inviting other people to join my accountability group to do this with me. And the more people that joined me, the more excited I got about it, because that was more people who were depending on me to keep doing what I was doing and to keep showing up. And so that's what helped me to really get the results, and just has kept me going this whole time 5 years later. And just last month I was able to walk away from my corporate job as an accountant, and now I'm coaching full time. And so you can literally do anything with this business that you want if you will just set your mind to it and go all in and show up for yourself every day. So if you can't tell, I could literally talk about that for like 5 hours, but I'm going to pass it off to Christy and let her share a little bit about her story, because it's a little similar but a little bit different, and I want you all to hear her perspective as well.
Hi guys. So my coaching story, I grew up active on a farm, didn't really gain anything when I went to college because I kept working and still had the horses. I noticed a change probably around the time I hit like 30, and I was like, oh, can't just always eat everything I want as each year kind of went by, because I definitely didn't eat healthy. I ate mainly like meats and pastas, so protein and carbs was what I lived on. I finally got to where I could go to the gym because I worked for myself running a horse business and teaching riding lessons. So I would go to the gym during the school year, and then during the summer I would say, oh, I'm going to work out at home, but I never did because I didn't make myself do it, and I didn't really have a plan to follow. So I was doing that. I was watching Allison online for like a year or two. So I kept watching her. She kept messaging me. I was like, no, I'm good. Not going to do it. And then in February of 19, we did a little like 14-day challenge before Valentine's where we like tried to eat a little healthier and stuff at the gym. And I was like, oh, maybe I can actually do this. When I broke it down to like a smaller amount of time, it wasn't so overwhelming and boring sounding. So I did that, and then I decided to take on another role at the barn pulling out mares, which I don't talk about much publicly. So I wasn't able to make it to the gym because I had to be home and be able to get to my phone and all of that. So yes, I knew there were tons of free workouts online that I could do, but if I didn't have like a routine or a schedule or somebody to keep me accountable, I wasn't gonna get up and do it, because I had a friend, we would get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and go do workouts like an hour away because we wanted to try it, and they were supposed to be closer to us, and then they weren't. So like I could totally do it as long as I had the accountability. So I decided to say yes to Allison to a free group, and I tried it, and I really liked the workouts and stuff. So I decided to be a coach, and because I was like, well, if I'm gonna work out and make a little money for it, then that would be great. I wasn't super thrilled about sharing my story and posting online. I was always online. I just didn't ever share a whole lot except for all the candidates from the horse shows because they just tag me in them. So I just get posted everywhere. But I never really said anything about like my life. So that made me nervous, and I didn't want my friends to judge me because I knew they were going to, in a loving, jokingly way. So I was nervous about that, but I've really enjoyed it. I was nervous about the shakes. Like, I put off trying it till I used everything else I had because I was afraid I wouldn't like them. And it did take some getting used to and figuring out how to mix them, but now I love it. So it was really funny when my friends this weekend said that when his wife opened it, she told him to smell it. She likes it, and he thought it smelled like the bottom of a lawnmower. So everyone has like their own perspective of it. So my biggest tip on that, if you're trying it, is mix it with different things, change it up, add it to something that you like. That's what I always did. So I also did that with vegetables and stuff. I would put a lot of cheese on them because I love cheese. So that's kind of how I got myself to eating healthier and doing better and all of that. And then I just learned from like watching other people around the barn and the horse business. I've seen them that like they're in their 50s, and I met a lady this year that was like in her 60s that has like no retirement, just bought her first house. And I don't want to live my life that way. So so I decided that this would be a great thing. That way I could travel and be there for my family and not work my whole life away and slave away forever. So that's pretty much my story, and kind of that it's helped me grow mentally and it's helped my confidence, and I've met a lot of really great people.
I love you so much. Oh my goodness. You like make me want to cry. But so y'all, like this is real. This is what coaching is about. We are a sisterhood. We are a family. We're here for each other no matter what. And like Christy said, like it's an opportunity that can completely change your life and your family's life if you let it. If you say yes to it, if you just completely go all in and stop holding yourself back. And it's something that can not only just change your life physically and with your health, but like spiritually, mentally, with your relationships, financially, if it's something that you really want to go into as a business. And like you can literally go so far in this business if you just have that belief in yourself and know that if you show up every day and you put in the work that you will be successful. Christy, Dylan, did you want to share anything? There we go.
Hey, yeah, I'm here with Haley. So Christy, I absolutely love your face. So you bring me to tears. But so I'm a coach. Under Allison, and I watched her for 3.5 years. I can't tell you how many times we use the term ghosted. I ghosted her. I would read her message and then not respond, or be like, hey, yeah, send me some more information, and then just not do anything with it. I was a person who, and I still am, who puts everybody else's needs first. So when Allison was messaging me about joining, I was not in the mental place to put me first. I didn't think I had the time. I didn't want to. I was newly married. I wanted my point of view and all of my energy to be towards my husband and my new family. And I was struggling. And throughout that whole entire time, I was gaining a crap ton of weight. And I didn't even know it was happening. Did not even know it was happening. So I woke up one morning and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, holy Toledo, who's the girl looking back? And so, but what did I do? Allison messaged me and I still didn't even go towards her. I went towards Weight Watchers, and I did Weight Watchers for a year, lost a bunch of weight. Literally, ladies, I stopped for 1 month and gained 25 pounds back. So to me, I didn't learn anything. Food was literally just a number, and I gained no nutritional value. So I hit a plateau. I was very discouraged. Allison messaged me once again, and she was doing bar. And I'm an absolute yoga. I love everything yoga. And like bar had like cardio and yoga. I was like, hey, I may really like this. And so I talked to her. It didn't take me like 2 seconds. She was like, this is it. Like, go watch this video. I watched it. I was hooked. I was like, sign me up now. Let's just do this. Let's get past this. I'm tired of just sitting here and like the self-pity wallow I was in. And I said, let's do it. And I had no idea I was going to coach. Literally had zero clue I was going to coach. And she was like, hey, I'm going to send you this packet, but if you want to look at it, you can. If not, like, we'll talk about it later. And I did it, and then, like, I just started. Don't even know how I started. I just started. Like, it just happened. Like, I jumped on calls, and I had friends again, and I'm a travel nurse wife, so I don't live in my hometown. We bebop around. But I just joined this community, and it totally changed my mindset. Beachbody has given me friendship that I didn't have before. It has taught me so much about nutrition. I went from a girl who would literally cry thinking about going to the gym to I'm like doing 3 workouts a day right now. So my whole life has completely changed, and it's because of coaching. It's because of being able to help people in different ways than we normally think about helping people. So, I'm a social worker at heart. So, like, no longer am I having to go buy people groceries so they can eat. Now I'm teaching them how to cook their foods and eat properly to fuel their body. So, if you're on the fence about coaching and you're not sure if you want to take the plunge to do it, because what you gain out of it is going to be just as important as what you can give to your customers. So I love it, and you guys do.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sharing that, Christy. And I have to give Christy a shout out. So everyone's story with coaching is totally different. If you if you haven't already picked up on that, like Christy Mooney, her story was like she started as a challenger, just as a client of mine in my accountability group, doing the workouts, following the nutrition plan, and then she started coaching later on, and started getting into the business side of things after she had been in the group for a few months. But Christy Dillon, she jumped into the accountability group, started doing bar blend, and started coaching right off the bat. She literally hit the ground running, and she became what's called a success starter in our business. So basically, we have like a benchmark in our business of how many people we want to help every single month, and she hit that goal for the first 3 months that she was a coach. And because of that, she just recently got invited to be in the test group, like the pilot test group for the program that will be launching probably in January. So it's a program that none of us even know anything about. We know nothing, but she got invited to be in the pilot test group with the super trainer, with all of the people from Beachbody. Like, this is an opportunity that I have had on my vision board to do for so long that I want to get into a pilot test group. But she is getting to do that. So I'm super excited for her. So, just know that like everyone's story looks totally different, and everyone brings different perspectives, different struggles, different like learning points into coaching. And that's what makes all of us unique and makes like coaching so great for literally anyone, because you can do anything with it that you want. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me make sure I get it on the right thing. All right. So, okay. First things that we are going to talk about is what we are not. Okay, so first and foremost, you guys, as coaches, we share. We share our journeys. We share our life with others. We are not experts. We're not salespeople. We don't have to know everything. We don't have to have a degree. We don't have to have certifications or anything like that. And you do not have to have a perfect body or be at your goal weight to start coaching, because you learn everything that you need to learn as a coach once you get started. I'm going to pull this down so I can see your guys' faces, because it's so much more fun talking to your faces than just talking to myself. So literally anyone can do this. You don't have to have a background in nutrition. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars getting certified as a personal trainer. You don't have to know anything about social media. You just have to be willing to show up and to put yourself out there and share your journey with others. And starting from chapter 1, like if you are just getting started on your journey, starting at chapter 1 of your journey and sharing it is so much more inspiring than the person who is already at her goal weight or has like this perfect body who is sharing her journey, because people don't relate to that. People want to relate to you and where you are in this moment. They want to watch you on this journey. They want to see where you started and how you progress and the things that you're doing every single day. So don't think that you don't know enough to be a coach, because heck, I did not know anything. Like I told you, I was on the Special K diet forever before I became a coach. I knew nothing about nutrition, about how much water I was supposed to drink every day, like none of that. And you will learn that once you become a coach and you get plugged into all of our groups and the trainings that you have through Beachbody. Everything that you need, you will get once you get signed up. The next thing is what our team goal is. So our team is about helping people live their best life. So we want to provide inspiration, accountability, and resources to people. So we're not the experts. The coaches, the super trainers at Beachbody, they are the experts, and they give us tools and resources that we then share with our customers and with our coaches on our team. We want to be your virtual and real life BFF, okay? That helps you chase big goals and dream big. That is what we are all about. We just want you to live your best life, to embrace your life and feel confident and empowered every single day. And we want to help you live your life with confidence and purpose, because that is the biggest thing for me with coaching is it gives me so much fulfillment. That is really why I have left the accounting world. Y'all, I spent 4.5, almost 5 years getting a degree in accounting, a master's in accounting, my CPA license. Like, I spent so much time in that, but that job did not give me any kind of fulfillment. It did not give me purpose in life. It was just a job. That was all it was. But with coaching, like even just sharing with you guys on this webinar tonight, like y'all hearing my story and Christy's story and the other Christy, like hearing their stories, like it just fills me up and makes me so happy to know that what I'm doing matters and that it is helping other people to live healthier, happier, more fulfilled lives. Like that is what my job is. Like how incredible is that? And it's like Christy is a type 2. Like she's a helper on the Enneagram. If you're not familiar with the Enneagram, when you join our team, you will become familiar with the Enneagram because we absolutely love it. But like she's a helper and she was a social worker before, and now like coaching is giving her a way to still like get that fulfillment that she got from social work, but in a different way that serves her more, but also helps her to serve more people at the same time. So that is what we are all about on our team. So a day in the life of coaching. All right. So we are about self-love, sharing love, and spreading love. Okay. So self-love is all about your journey. As a coach, your number one priority is your own journey. So following your workout calendar and showing up for yourself every day, doing personal development every day, which we'll kind of get into a little bit later. Following your meal plan, like being proof that this works, that these programs work, these workouts work, that you can actually make this a lifestyle and not have this to be something that is like just for 21 days and then I'm done, or just 30 days and then I'm done. Or like Christy was talking about with the program that she did before, like she did it for a year and she lost a bunch of weight, but she really didn't learn anything. That's not what we're going for here. We're going for actually learning how to create and build a sustainable, healthy lifestyle that you can live out from here until the day that you die. And hopefully that is like a very, 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 very long time from now, because you're healthy and you're thriving and you have energy to show up every day. Next, share love. So that is literally pouring into other people through your social media, through our groups that you have, like being a light. Because, okay, raise your hand if you think that social media needs to be more about sharing love and light than it has here recently. Like, hello, so much negativity. But I want, like, my goal with myself and my content and my coaches, the coaches that are on my team, like, I want people to come to our feed. I want you to come to my Instagram page because you want to be lifted up. You want to be empowered. You want somebody to speak some life into you, to encourage you, to give you some energy to tackle the rest of your day, to motivate you. And that is our goal. So we focus on ourselves first, but then our second responsibility is to share that with others, because if we are not sharing it with others, then we are not doing our job. It is our responsibility to share this because it is so life-changing. Like you heard in our stories, it's just, it will completely change your life if you let it, just because of getting healthy, having more energy for your day, feeling more confident about yourself, learning how to set goals and to dream big and to believe in yourself. The community, the relationships that you build with the other coaches on your team and the other girls that you will meet, like because of this opportunity, is just, it will completely change your life. And as a coach, I feel like it is my responsibility to pay that forward and to share it with as many people as possible. So then spreading love and just putting it all out there and inviting other people to come and to join into this community with us and to do this with us and let it change their life in the exact same way. So that is why all of you guys are here tonight, is because we want to share this with you. So your journey first. Share and inspire others and spread the word and help others get started so they can get their results. That is literally all we do. Like, it gets a little bit more detailed than that when you get into the actual weeds of it, but that's all we do. That's our job as coaches. Like, and that just blows my mind. Like, it just isn't, it's incredible. And so our daily tasks, we have what is called the business activity tracker. So this little sheet that you see here on the screen, it is our success tracker, and it tells you every single thing that you need to do every single day as a coach in order to be successful. So we have trainings on this that will teach you exactly every single task that is on this list. We have trainings that will show you and teach you how to do that. We will get you plugged into, if you're like, after this call, if you're like, okay, yeah, I think I could see myself doing this, but I want to get a little bit more information, you're going to jump into our Be a Coach for a Week workshop that starts tomorrow. And you're going to get a lot more information on the individual tasks that are on this tracker sheet. So you can, and we'll actually ask you to start doing them already before you become a coach. Start doing them. Start connecting with people more on your social media. Start sharing a little bit of your journey, sharing a healthy recipe with the people who are friends with you on Facebook or your followers on Instagram, sharing on your stories a little bit, giving a free workout link to one of your friends for them to try. Like, just little things like that that will help you to start dipping your toes into the actual activities that we do as coaches every single day. So sharing your journey, not just Beachbody, not just coaching. Like, that's not our goal. So a lot of people get really nervous when they start thinking about doing something like this, because they're like, I don't want to be a salesperson. And that is, every single one of us was worried about the exact same thing. And that is not our goal. We do not want to be salespeople either. Like, that is not my goal. I just want to share my life with you and hope that it inspires you to want to jump on this and do this with me, because it changed my life and I know that it can change your life too. So I just took a screenshot here of my Instagram page. So just to show you how I'm not just sharing about coaching, I'm not just sharing about Beachbody. Like, in the bottom corner here, you have a post about my nephew's birthday. And then this is a post here. I was actually talking about spending time with him and how coaching has given me the freedom to be able to go home and to spend time with my family when I normally would have had to take off work to do that. I shared my transformation here and just talked a little bit about, like, the girl that I was in this before picture and the girl that I am now, and just like little pieces of how I got where I am now, and then inviting other people to do it with me. This post right here was actually about a brand new month, July. It was on July 1st, and I wanted my followers to engage with me and share what their goals were for the month. So I shared my goals on that post, and then I was like, hey, what are your goals? Because I'm here for you. I want us to be like we're best friends, and I want to help hold you accountable to reaching your goals too. So people commented on that post with their goals. And then later on in the month, I'm going to go back to that post and message those people and be like, hey, how's it going? Are you working towards those goals? And just kind of check in with them and see how it is. This post was all about stress, how I manage stress. So just sharing tips with people on how to do that. And then this post was about coaching, about how this community has changed my life and my favorite things about coaching. So it's not just about Beachbody. So I want you to share your entire life, because you want people to resonate with you and connect with you on a deeper level, not just on that you work out from home and you're a coach and this is what you do, but that you're a real person and you're a real human that has real struggles that other people can connect with. So what our team provides, girl, you get so much stuff when you join our team. So we have weekly team calls every single Wednesday night. and those are recorded in case you can't hop on live. I will post the recording. You get one-on-one training calls with your coach. So whether or not that is me or one of the other girls who's on this call right now, I offer one-on-one calls for my girls every single month. We have a group Facebook page. We have a group chat on WhatsApp. It's like this new little like texting app that we have together. I do new coach mentorship calls. We have social media trainings. We have a Google Drive that has hundreds of resources in it to help you get started in your business. We have guided work hours where we hop on Zoom just like we are right now, and we will go through our checklist of the things that we need to get done for the day with as coaches, and we will go through that together. So Monday through Thursday we have those, and then on Saturday mornings we do coffee chats, where we just hop on there and chat with each other about life. Basically, it's just like our girl time for the week, where we don't have to talk about business. We can if we want to, but it's just like our girl time to get on there and do like have community with each other, basically just like meeting up with each other for coffee. So you get so many things, everything that you need to know you will learn after you sign up and get started. So the big question that a lot of people always want to know, how do you make money? Okay, so anytime anybody joins you with anything, if they buy a challenge pack, if they enroll in a Beachbody On Demand membership so they can get the workouts, if they get some go-go juice or Shakeology, you make commissions on that. So 20 to 40% depending on what it is. Most products are around like 25% commission, but if it's the bigger bundles and packages, you're making like closer to that 40% mark. Residual income, what that means is your customers who sign up, say you have customers who sign up in June, then they get their second shipment of Shakeology and Energize in July. You make an additional income off of that. So every single time they order. So that's where the residual income comes in. And then also team bonuses. So as you really dig into coaching, you start building your own team. You have the opportunity to make bonuses every single week based off of that. And you have opportunities to make bonuses every quarter that are bigger once you get on up in the ranks a little bit. So you have lots of opportunity with that. And I just want to remind you, if you are willing to put in the daily work and to dream big, there's nothing that you can't do. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know everything, and you don't have to be perfect. You can just show up as your true, authentic self, share your journey, and if you truly believe in yourself and in the possibility of where you can go with this business, then you will get there. And that's why we talk so much about personal development and belief and fueling your mind with things that are lifting you up and encouraging you. So it's not that people who aren't successful, it's not that they didn't know how to do it. It's that they didn't believe in themselves enough to show up and be consistent enough every single day to do it, to actually let the compound effect kick in and get them to where they want to go. So that's why we focus so much on that as a team. And the last thing, I don't want you to forget about trips and vacations that we get through coaching. So there are 2 or 3 trips that you can go on every single year. One is our annual Coach Summit event that is usually every summer. It got canceled this year, so we're doing a virtual summit, which is going to be really fun. It's actually in a couple weeks. But we have that trip that all coaches can go on every single year. We have the Success Club trip, which is this bottom picture down here. So every single year you have the ability to earn to go on this trip. And I have been on this trip this past year would have been 3 times, but it got canceled because of COVID. But next year will be my 4th trip to go on, and you can earn it and go completely free. And it is so much fun. It's all the coaches. Like, I cannot wait until I have like a whole team of coaches who all qualify to get to go on this trip, because it is so much fun. We do live workouts. We get trainings from some of the top coaches in the entire company. We get to do so much fun things. We get trainings from people from Beachbody Corporate. We just get to have fun. There's parties, so much stuff. And then there are retreats that you can get to go on every single year that are upline coaches will host for us. So this picture down here in the skis is when I went to Utah this past February with our team. I qualified to go on that retreat. And it's so much fun just to get together because we do things virtually. We're always talking to each other on Zoom or on Facebook or talking on the phone. But when we get together and go on these trips and things, it is so much fun just to see each other and meet all of your like virtual besties in person. So that is it for tonight. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. Does anybody have any questions? If you do, just pop them in the chat, or let me stop sharing my screen. And if you have any questions, just raise your hand and I will unmute you. Anybody have anything they can think of off the top of their head? No? Everybody good? All right. Well, I'm actually going to share my screen again one more time. So be sure, if you loved everything about tonight, which I hope you did, I hope it sparked a little bit of interest for you and like just kind of open up the door for you to see the possibility here and the opportunity that there is with coaching. Even if you do it just as a hobby, as something just to help your friends, it doesn't have to be a full-time gig unless you absolutely want it to be, and that's the level that you want to take it to, because you can do it just to help pay for your products every month. If you're already drinking Shakeology, you can coach just enough to pay for that, or you can take it to the next level and really do it as something to help you build a full-time income to be able to retire from your corporate job, or maybe you just want to do it so you can get to go on the vacation every year. And there's so many options, and it's your business. It's 100% yours. Like whatever you want to do with it is, like, you don't have to sign a contract. There's like no minimum thing that you have to do every single month. You literally get to do whatever you want to do with this business. And that's another reason why I love it so much. So don't forget that our workshop starts tomorrow. So it is a free group for the next 7 days. This is actually, I'll show it to you guys. I have it pulled up right here. So this is our Be a Coach for a Week workshop. It's just a Facebook group. I have already posted a little welcome PDF, and then there are 2 posts here. This one just for you to introduce yourself, and then this one gives you our workout calendar for the week and the link to sign up for the free trial of Beachbody On Demand if you do not have that already. But we will be kicking that off tomorrow, and I'm super excited about that. So just reach out to your coach, whoever that is, if you want to be sure to get into that group. And if you have any other questions or anything that you think of, you can message me on Facebook, you can text me, Instagram, text your coach, whoever invited you to be on this call tonight, and we will do everything we can to get all your questions answered. And I just really hope that we have a lot of new faces to welcome onto our team after this, because our team has been doing so well over the last couple months, and especially now that I am full-time into this and have so much more time to pour into you guys, like I just know that big things are going to be coming soon for our team. So I'm super excited to see some new faces. But I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for getting on. Oh, what?
Picture.
Oh, picture. Yes. We always do. Do you want me to do it?
Go for it.
I'm going to stop.